So I want to talk about something that's been absolutely bludgeoned to death by the media. Seems like forever, ever since the offseason started. I mean, I swear, I think I've heard more about this than I have about the Chiefs Super Bowl parade. I'm just being honest. Everyone just seems to keep talking about where's Tom Brady going to go? Where's Tom Brady going to go? Where is he going to go? Now, there's all these reports coming out that, he's going to go to Las Vegas. He's going to play for the Raiders. Oh, he's going to Los Angeles. He's going to play for the Chargers. Oh, now, he's staying in New England. Look, I don't know for sure. This video is not meant to be anything like, I don't have any information. There's no scoop to this. This is just me giving my 2 cents on what's been a pretty hot topic in the media as far as like sports goes. So, I'm not going to keep you guys in suspense. I don't think he's leaving New England. Now, you could say I'm biased. You could say, oh, you're only saying that because you're a Patriots fan. You don't want him to leave. I'm not going to deny it. There is some truth to that. I just can't see him playing for any other coach other than Belichick and McDaniels. It's just a system he's way too comfortable with, and I think at this point in his career, I don't think there is another scheme he would like to learn. Now, I mentioned briefly talking about the Raiders and the Chargers, and look, I really don't see him going to the Raiders. There's just way too much uncertainty surrounding them. I've heard the talk is that Brady wants to go to a team that's contending, and it makes perfect sense. He's going to be 43. He's got maybe 1 or 2 years left in him at the highest. But I mean, he is getting older, so you just never know. And with the Raiders, there's just a lot of uncertainty. Now, they exceeded my expectations for sure. But they didn't really go anywhere. They didn't go to the playoffs. They didn't win any big games. I off the top of my head, I don't remember where they're drafting. So, it's not like they really had the most memorable season. Now, I think they have potential. I think they will be a good team in a couple of years, but I don't think Tom Brady's looking for good in a couple of years. I think he's looking for good now. And look, that's not to say that New England doesn't have holes. They certainly do. And I'll discuss that in another video. I'll talk about some of the moves that I think they should make. Or some of the moves that I could see them making. I wouldn't be surprised, but that's for another time. I just want to talk about Tom Brady in this video. So yeah, I don't see him going to the Raiders because there's just too much uncertainty. They're not really in a win now mode. They're playing in a really tough division, the AFC West, who has the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs and the LA Chargers, who, let's be honest, if Phillip Rivers hadn't played as bad as he had, they probably could have did something this year. Who knows? It's a tough division for sure. Now, again, I'm not saying Oakland isn't going to be good in a couple of years. But again, I don't think Brady's looking for good in a couple of years. I think he's looking for good now. So, moving on. Now, the Chargers one is a little intriguing because, like I said, if Phillip Rivers hadn't played as bad as he had this past year, then I think they would have done pretty decently. They might have even made the playoffs. Who knows? But I'm just going to refer back to my argument about Brady learning a new scheme, a new system. I just can't see him going to the Chargers and just learning a whole new system. And personally, I don't care what kind of money they throw at him. Now, to address the whole contract thing, why did he void his contract? Why is he a free agent? All that stuff. Now, again, I don't know for sure what his motives are. Maybe he is trying to get out of New England, for all I know. But again, this is just my 2 cents. What I think it is I think he's trying to get a raise out of New England. He's trying to make, I think, at least $30 million a year. Now I know back to the Raiders for a second. They're supposedly preparing to offer him a 2-year, $60 million contract. But again, I just don't think he's going to go there. But I'm not going to get into that again. So Robert Kraft himself even said, I read a report somewhere saying that he was willing to offer him $30 million a year. So what do I think he's going to do? I think he's going to sign a 2-year, $60 million contract with New England. I know that's a lot of money, and I know New England doesn't have a lot of salary cap space to really mess with. So, but again, I'll, kind of address that in another video, ways I think they're going to get around that. I'm not going to get into that. So, overall, I do think Brady comes back to New England with a new contract. I think he finishes his career as a Patriot, and I think they get better weapons around him. But I will address that in another video. All right, guys, you've heard my thoughts on the subject. I want to know yours. Where do you think Tom Brady's going? Do you think he's staying in New England, or do you think he's going somewhere else? And if so, what team do you think he's going to, and why? Whatever your thoughts are, throw them in the comment section below. Go nuts. So anyway, guys, until next time, I'm Justin Crumley, and this is Cujo Productions saying, Go Pats.